Today we're gonna make air fryer steak fajitas, and then we're gonna put them on a quesadilla with some shrimp, which I already cooked. So first thing you're gonna do is mix up some bell peppers, onions, oil, and taco seasoning, which you can make your own taco seasoning. It's pretty simple. You just need like cumin, chili powder, paprika, salt, pepper, garlic. Super easy. And once you get all of that mixed up, you're going to throw it in the air fryer for about 7 minutes. And I'm thinking we could actually do the whole thing. So originally I was hesitant to put all of this in the air fryer because our air fryer isn't huge, but I think it will fit pretty easily. Alright, so now we throw this into the air fryer for 7 minutes, and then I'll explain what's going on with the steak. What's up, Dee Dee? Anna just took Sophia out back. Alright, that is better. So 7 minutes. 400 degrees. And I'll explain how we cooked the shrimp. So originally tonight I wanted to do a shrimp fajita sheet pan. You cook them all at the same time. It's super easy. But I sent Anna to the grocery and she ended up coming back with fully cooked shrimp. So we weren't able to do that. But I did have steak in the fridge, so we are going to do a steak fajita sheet pan. And then we are going to take the shrimp and the steak fajitas, put them inside of a low-carb tortilla and make a quesadilla. What's up, Shani? Shout out to Key West. Just made the Big Mac pizza from your book I got today. Was excellent, thanks. Hey, I'm so glad you liked it. That's one of my favorite recipes. I'd be snacking on those shrimp and ruining the recipe. Andrea, I've already had half of these shrimp. So I probably won't have that much shrimp in my quesadilla because I've already just... It's so hard. Shrimp is one of those foods, like a shrimp cocktail or just any kind of shrimp. I just cannot put it down. What's up, Darlene? Is sushi with rice keto? Definitely not, but you can get sushi without rice. We've been to a few sushi restaurants where they accommodated that request. I don't know that we've ever asked for sushi without rice, and they've said no. There's usually some sort of roll they can make you without rice. How do you guys feel about making special requests at restaurants? And if you make your own, yeah, you can use cauliflower rice. Shani, I love Bang Bang shrimp. That's an easy recipe to make too. Oh, by the way, I did make some cauliflower rice today, and I made a hash brown recipe that I'm excited to post probably tomorrow. Can you please make keto momos? What are those? Yeah, Andrea, it's pretty common to be able to ask for sushi without rice. What should I have with my avocado? Also, should they be... Oh, what should I do with my avocado? Also, should they be kept in the fridge or countertop? So I spent my whole life never having bought an avocado until I was probably 20. And then I started putting them in smoothies, and I've had I was never a huge avocado person until recently. So now when I do eat avocado, I definitely just keep them out on the counter. You can put them in the fridge to extend their life a little bit, but it's not going to extend it a ton. I think it's like you can add a few days if you put it in when you get it. Can anybody confirm how long you add to an avocado's life if you put it in the fridge? But anyway, so keep it on the counter. And The first thing I ever did with avocado, actually, besides putting it in smoothies after that, was I've never seen anyone else who does this, but I would get the flavored almonds from Walmart or Target, wherever you're at, the bold sriracha flavor, or there was a wasabi flavor, and I would mix them with avocado in a bowl and just eat it like that. It was so good. I made your peanut butter cookies so good, had to freeze them or they would have all been gone. Arlene, that's an amazing thing to comment, because I was going to do a post on this and you reminded me. Let me screenshot it so I don't forget. So I was going to do a post on this. Whenever I make keto desserts, I can probably go fish out something right now that is just a big Ziploc bag full of frozen keto desserts. And the thing is, when you make these keto desserts, if you eat the entire tray of keto brownies, for one, the carbs are going to add up. And if you're doing 20 net carbs a day, and there's 3 net carbs per brownie, but you eat 12 brownies, well, that's all of your carbs for the day. So, for one, it's not a good idea to do that because the carbs add up. But also, just when you're in ketosis, it doesn't mean the calories just stop mattering. It just means that your appetite goes down, your metabolic rate may go up a little bit, and those things make weight loss easy without really tracking calories. But if you have these big brownie desserts that you're making every night, and then you're making cookies the next night and a keto cake the next night, and you're eating 7, 8, 9 servings, that is for sure just going to put an end to your weight loss. So one tip you can do is put all of those desserts into a big Ziploc, throw them in the freezer, and it's great because sometimes, depending on how the food freezes, you can't even bite into it out of the freezer, so you have to let it thaw. And it's much harder to just impulsively just put handfuls of food into your mouth. If you have to like plan it, okay, well I have to set this out for 20 minutes. You're less likely to set out the whole bag of desserts rather than just one piece. So it puts a barrier between you and mindlessly just inhaling whatever you made. All right, so I think these could be in a little longer. I don't know, I think it's good. Let's do like 2 more minutes. So that was 6 minutes. So 7 or 8 minutes at 400. Is sugar-free vanilla ice cream keto? It depends on what brand of ice cream. If it's Rebel, that's always keto friendly. If it's Enlightened, it depends. I would make sure if you're buying Enlightened ice cream, it's the one that says keto on it. Halo Top has a few keto ice creams, but a lot of their products are not keto. And then I'll show you, I have it. I was gonna do a video on it. All right, guys, so I hate to break it to you, because when I started keto, this stuff was like the best. But at the time when I started keto, there was no other ice cream out there. So this was like the only thing I thought that I could have, even though it's really not keto friendly. Sophia's looking through the window. Oh, she smiled. So there are tons of options now, but back when I started in 2016, 2017, there were no keto ice creams. Except this one, which is not keto friendly. It claims to have 4 net carbs, but if you look at the ingredient label, the 3rd ingredient is maltitol syrup. And the problem with maltitol is that, unlike vegetable oils or soy products or all of these things that get demonized, even though they don't raise your blood sugar, they're just like linked to inflammation or whatever. So you can avoid those if you want, but they're not gonna affect your ability to stay in ketosis. Maltitol is different though, because maltitol raises your blood sugar. So if you eat this, it's going to raise your blood sugar. Same with the Hershey's zero sugar candies. Whenever you're buying desserts, always check for maltitol because it raises your blood sugar. All right. So now these are good. We're gonna add the shrimp and then we'll get set up to make the quesadilla. Pam, I know, the Rebel, so the Carb Smart is cheap, but the other brands are not as affordable. So we've gotten this steak, and basically what it is this isn't even flank steak or whatever you generally use for fajitas. This was like sirloin tender steak I got at Walmart. And like I said, this was a last minute decision to make steak fajitas. So I sliced it thin, put it inside a bag with some oil and taco seasoning. And you're going to layer it evenly spread across the top. You don't want to mix it all the way out or all the way like under the peppers. What's up, K Rosie? Strawberries are keto friendly. I don't know who's telling you they're not, because they definitely are. What do you think about Real Good Foods brand? I'm a big fan of Real Good Foods. They have so many great products. I buy their stuff a lot. It's funny, I've worked with them in the past, and then I just love their stuff so much, I just always end up buying it. Yeah, sorbet is gonna have sugar, unless you know of a keto sorbet. Yeah, I wanna just take a bite of it raw. Steak is one of those things where people eat raw beef liver, people eat steak like super medium rare, but I like it medium rare. I would never just take a bite of meat raw. Yeah, cocktails aren't keto friendly at all, really. I mean, you can find your own, like if you make your own, I mean. Or if you're out drinking, just order like seltzer water with whatever liquor you prefer. That's usually what I would order if I were drinking. I don't really drink. I don't see the benefits of it. It just makes me feel nauseous. So it's just not for me. But I will make alcoholic beverages every now and then because I know a lot of people do love alcohol. And I'm missing a bunch of comments because my hands are super messy. But as soon as I get this in the air fryer. Alright, so literally another 7 or 8 minutes. The steak is just evenly placed on the top. What ranch brand do you buy? Look, I buy the Hidden Valley Ranch. It's not the cleanest ingredients, but I've done a blood sugar test. It does not raise my blood sugar. So when you're buying things like ranch seasonings, if you're just worried about your blood sugar, it's not a huge deal if they have weird ingredients because it's mostly just seasonings. So the little bit of maltodextrin in there is not going to raise your blood sugar. Maltodextrin raises your blood sugar when it's used like as a sweetener because then you're now eating several tablespoons of it. How many years have you been keto? I started in 2016, so seven years. Watermelon is good, right? You want to be careful with watermelon. You can have a little bit, it's going to add up pretty fast though. You can have like a few bites of watermelon. At that point, you may just want to avoid it if it's too tempting to have a bunch. And look, this is if the goal is being in ketosis. If you're just living a low carb lifestyle or just trying to eat healthier, watermelon is not that high in carbs. So depending on what your goals are, watermelon is a healthy food. I should always disclaim that. When someone asks, is this food keto? I should first say, if you're asking, oh, is like pineapple keto, you know, I should say, well, pineapple is a fruit and fruit is healthy. But if you're trying to do keto, low carb, you would want to avoid pineapple. All right, guys, what am I doing? We're starting on this quesadilla, so I'm getting some butter. I'm grabbing a little bit of butter out of the fridge. I'm grabbing a low carb tortilla. We have the mini Trader Joe's ones in here. So I'll make mini quesadillas. Favorite cauliflower rice usage. Put it in a waffle maker with shredded cheddar cheese, and it's like a hash brown. I could not eat organs, only in supplements maybe. Shout out to organ meat. I had chicken liver today. So we're starting to give Sophia like different foods, and I gave her sardines. All right, this was so awesome to me. Yeah, if you're doing a low carb lifestyle and you're gonna eat higher carb foods like watermelon, go for a walk afterwards. It'll balance out the blood sugar spike. Good tip. So, love your kitchen, thank you. Oh, so this is what I was saying. So yesterday, Sophia was just not into any of her food. She has butternut squash, which she usually loves. She has, what else? She had sweet potatoes also, which she usually loves. And she just wasn't into them. So what I did was I got a can of sardines out of the pantry, and I put little pieces of sardines on top of it. And guys, she was like lunging at the spoon. And I was so proud. It was the proudest I've ever been, because she went from not hungry to like starving, lunging at the spoon, just because I put sardines on it. And that's what I'm excited about Sophia, introducing her to healthy foods like beef liver, sardines, things that are good for you, because I grew up just loving kid cuisines and chicken fingers, like up until I started dating Anna, and she just kind of was like, look, you should not order chicken fingers and fries at nice restaurants, which I would do that to this day. But she was like, because like if I was going off keto and I was gonna have some carbs, my go-to is just chicken fingers and fries. Like that's my favorite thing. And that's because I just grew up thinking that stuff was the best. And I want Sophia to love everything, you know? So, especially healthy foods. So giving her the sardines, I was so proud. All right, we're going to get started on the quesadilla. Actually, before we start on the quesadilla, these have about 5 minutes. Can Sophia say hi?
Yeah.
Sophia! Hi. Look, Sophia, it's you. Look, Sophia, it's you. We're gonna cook Sophia for dinner. We're gonna cook Sophia for dinner. She doesn't want to look at the camera. Sophia. Alright. Wow. Are you standing all by yourself? Alright. Dee Dee, she's getting enormous. It's crazy. We were looking, I mean, we always go back and look at pictures of her, and it's just so mind-blowing how tiny she was. When we brought her home, she was like 5.5 pounds. She was just a tiny, tiny baby. Angie, if you're feeling keto flu, my best advice, get electrolytes. Hey, thank you, Catherine. What part of the world are you in? We are in Texas. All right, I don't know what to do because I want to show you guys the fajitas when they're done, but I also want to make the quesadilla and like prep it. So what we'll do, we'll just melt some butter in the pan, we'll set it aside, and then we'll take the fajitas out. Where did I put the butter? All right. We're making steak fajitas. Actually, this works out good because this is what I do anyway. So whenever I'm making quesadillas, I wonder if we can cook 3 at a time inside this pan. So I'm making chicken and veggies in my air fryer tonight. Nice. Making rice to go with it. We have a lot of carb eaters in the comments tonight. Did you just take a chomp out of that butter? Maybe. Alright, so this is what I do when I make quesadillas. I melt the butter in the pan, and then I get the tortilla shell buttery. These are the Trader Joe's Carb Savvy. They have 9 total carbs, but only 3 net carbs. So 3 net carbs. I just wanted to say that I like watching, that I like your authenticity. It's refreshing. Hey, thank you so much. I feel like I just get on here and hang out. Like, when I started doing these lives, I didn't have a lot of friends. And this was like my way of having friends, you know? So this is what it is. Like, when I get on here, it's just to hang out. Like, we're just hanging out. All right. I melt the butter, I get all sides of the tortilla coated, and then I turn the heat off so I can add my fillings to the quesadilla inside the pan. Because when you add your fillings to the quesadilla off the pan and then you try to put it in, you always end up spilling stuff. Angie, I am not a fan of cooking, and if you guys watch these, you know that it's easy to make the things I'm making because I hate cooking too. Alright, now all we have to do... Oh my goodness, these look so good. You guys have to see, like, on a plate. These look amazing. I have to go to the iPad. You can hear Anna changing Sophia on the iPad. Alright, I need a pair of phones. Alright, check these out. Oh my goodness. And guys, when I go to Mexican restaurants, this is always my order. I just get the fajitas. And I don't eat the rice, beans, or shells. Which I do have some cauliflower rice left over from earlier. Alright, so here is the air fryer steak fajitas. Super easy. I will recap how I made them. 10 minutes with your bell peppers and onions in the air fryer. Put your steak on top, cook that for 7 or 8 minutes, and that's what we're eating. Let me take a quick picture of these. Oh my god, I can't stop licking my fingers. I can't wait to just take a bite of the steak. Yummy, yummy. All right, let's put these quesadillas together. We are gonna use shredded cheddar. Let's just take a bite of these, like, and just enjoy the moment before we start making the quesadilla. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so good. Wow. All right, like I said, the heat is off. So when I make quesadillas, let me adjust the camera so you can. So when I make quesadillas, I put a layer of cheese, then I put the fillings, which in this case, a little bit of shrimp, a little bit of steak, fajita, and then a little more cheese. And the reason I do cheese, I can't stop eating this. I just, oh my God. Cauliflower crust pizza. May or may not be keto, depending on the brand. So this is what happens. I don't think this piece of steak is gonna fit. All right, there you go. So this is what happens with cauliflower crust pizza, right? A lot of companies, they label everything as like made with cauliflower. Oh, this must be keto friendly. Not true. Because they just use a little bit of cauliflower and then they use the regular flour too. It's almost like they're just trying to make you feel good about eating some cauliflower, which is not keto friendly or low carb or blood sugar friendly, you know? So if you're buying something that says cauliflower crust or made with cauliflower, always verify that. I can't stop. It's so good. All right, always verify that. It has low net carbs. I'm making a mess. I'm sorry you guys have seen me lick my fingers 12 times. I vow right now, I'm just gonna put it out in the universe. I'm not gonna take another bite. All right, and now we can turn the heat on. I can lick my fingers, but I can't take another bite. But I won't even do that. All right, I did it. I didn't take a bite. Yeah, I'm like ruining this bag of cheese, but me, Anna, or Sophia are the only people who are gonna eat it. So I don't think it's bad that I'm touching it after licking my fingers. And there you go, look, just like 3 minutes on each side once I crank the heat up. And these are gonna be so good. Thank you for the support, Jen. A lot of people don't like it. I always read comments and people get so mad when I do that. Which you have to be a newcomer to really comment on that, because if you watch these consistently, you know that I just always lick my fingers. All right, and we're literally done after these come off. Putting the cheese back in the fridge. I'm putting these steak fajitas over here. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna grab the iPad because I'm too far away to read comments, and I don't want to stick my face over this while butter is sizzling. All right, there we go. Do you have a link to the pan and the hot plate? Is there a way to like prop this up? So the hot plate I got on Amazon. Just type in hot plate for cooking. They're very easy to find. The pan we got at Home Goods or Target. I'm a nurse, I can't help it. I'm a germ person, so relax. I feel you. It's okay. A lot of people are scared of germs, and I respect it. Oh no, I'm burning it. I'm burning it. The heat was way too high. Oh no. I think I ruined it. I think these are ruined. Where's the spatula? Crap. I think these are ruined. They're not totally ruined, but they're pretty burnt. I had the heat set way too high. They're pretty... No, they're not ruined at all. Okay. That's actually like what a quesadilla looks like. We're good. That was close. Oh, you do not plug this in. So the reason I got one that you don't have to plug in is because the cord was short, and also when I'm shooting videos, it's hard. You have that cord like running all over the place. It's annoying. I was using these waffle makers today. I have 2 of them. And it's hard to shoot videos with these because the cords are annoying. So I got butane. But if you're literally just using it to cook, I like the electric one better. I was terrified the first time I used this because you have this can of butane, which literally says on it, like, be very careful, will explode. And I was like thinking, literally the first time I used it, I was bracing myself for an explosion. And it turns out, I talked to my friend Jihei, she assured me that she uses these things all the time. They're not dangerous, they're not gonna explode. But it was like sketchy using this for the first few times. And now I don't worry about it at all. All right, so boom, our quesadillas are done. Let's put them on a plate. All right, and this is where we're gonna make them look pretty. I'm gonna put them on a plate, and we're gonna put some of this fajita in the background. Oh, look at that. It's not fully sealed, but that's okay. Ooh, this one looks good. What about, ooh, this one looks good too. Nice. What is your favorite low-carb tortillas? I think the Mission low-carb tortillas taste the best. Easily, nothing compares. They're so freaking good. But they all upset my stomach a little bit, like all brands. I don't know if the Mission ones upset my stomach worse or not. But I also like the extreme wellness ones, which I buy sometimes. I haven't taken a bite. So that is something that I want to talk about before we get off here. I vowed, I like said it out loud, right? I'm not going to take another bite. And there's something very powerful about speaking things into existence, believing you can do things, believing in yourself. Like, until you believe something, until you say it, until you put it out in the universe, even if you're not sharing it with other people, if you just write it down for yourself, you really want to get clear on what you want out of your life, what goals you want, and put your focus on those rather than your problems. Because if you're looking, it's like there's this part of your brain that basically it's going to notice in the world whatever you're thinking about. So if you are in the market for a white Tahoe and you go out, you're gonna notice so many white Tahoes, right? But if you just go out and you're not thinking about them, you're not gonna notice that many of them. So whenever you are trying to change your life, trying to do something positive, focus on what you want and you'll see more of it, you know? Focus on healthy options so when you go out to eat, you notice more of them. Focus on people who exercise so when you go to the gym, you're more familiar with what you should be doing. And it's just like, focus on what you want out of life rather than what you don't want, because you're gonna notice more of whatever you're focusing on. All right, these look really freaking good. I'm just having trouble getting a good picture. Jewel, you're having lettuce wrapped burgers and broccoli tonight. That's always a good option for dinner. Yum. I can't get a great picture. Let's try it like this. And then we'll put the shrimp in the background too. I'm sorry I'm missing comments, guys. I just want to get a good picture, and then we'll get out of here. Or rather, I'll taste it, and then we'll... I can't get a good picture. What the heck? My hands are getting messy. Any suggestions? You know what's a game changer for burgers? Show a little bit of the bowl of shrimp. Oh, too late. The bowl is empty. All right, let's just move this around. My fingers are so messy. Oh, like an overhead shot. Good idea. Tilt the plate. Oh yeah, overhead looks great. Wow. Okay, let me grab a stool. You guys are witnessing how these pictures get taken. If this were like 2018, when you could just blow up on Instagram from posting good pictures, this would be very valuable. Oh, the overhead suggestion? You're a genius. Thank you so much. It's like perfect. All right, one more, and then we're done. Nice. I'm just taking a picture of this because whenever I post it, I have to use a cool cover photo. Oh, like prop it up. It's fine. We got a great picture. Thank you guys for all of the suggestions. Now let's eat one of these. Thank you, K Rosies. You guys know what would have been better? We have avocado and lime. If I would have added that to the plate, it would have looked so much nicer. These are so good. Oh my god. Thank you guys, it's very delicious. I saw the Corey B video. I thought that was so funny. Mm. 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 Do you ever take keto breaks? Mandy, if you're doing steak fajitas, you usually just do flank steak, but I didn't plan on using this steak for fajitas. So what I did was I used sirloin tender steak. I don't really take breaks from keto. I'll have a meal here and there that's not keto friendly. And then for holidays, maybe. Oh my god, these are so good. Mm. Mm. I don't think there's another piece of steak in here, so I'm gonna like... Mm. Alright guys, go make this. Mm. I'm buying your book for my husband, he just needs help. Hey, that's amazing. And send me a DM if you guys need any suggestions, advice, guidance on your journey. I miss DMs a lot, but sometimes I get to them, so I'll try my hardest to help. And if you love cooking, you'll do great. I lost 62 pounds on your cookbooks and lives. Whoa, Silent Disco. Shout out to Silent Disco. Comments like that are literally what make me show up to these every day. Shout out to everybody who's used this content, who's just done keto, who's got their health on track. You guys are my inspiration every day because I lost 80 pounds and connecting with people who are on the same journey, it's beautiful. All right, guys, I love you. I believe in you. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you don't have my book, Carefree Keto, you can go to Amazon, type in Carefree Keto. Has everything you need to know about getting started on keto, meal plans, grocery lists, all of the helpful information, and tons of recipes with pictures, the like full page pictures. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.